Good morning, everybody. It is a lovely Monday morning and I'm headed to an island called Koh Samet, which is just off the bottom of Rayong, which is about 1 hour and 10-minute drive south of Pattaya, and then you get on a little ferry and you get over there. I think we're actually catching a speedboat through the hotel that I'm staying. And yeah, we really want to check out this island. Apparently it's beautiful. Let's see. I've been to many beautiful islands down the south, and now I'm going to see what the islands are like a little bit more central of Thailand. So I'll give you guys a good look, a good update, a good review. I'm there for 2 nights and I'm looking forward to it. See you soon. Alright, so I've made it to the right pier now. We had to go to about 3 different piers before we got the right answer of where we needed to go, because there's like 5 different piers, but we didn't even get any answer of anything. So now we got it right, and now I've had to park the car like 2 or 3 kilometers away, and then they take me in one of these bad boys to go to the pier to get the speedboat, and nobody knows what's going on. As you know, as it always is, it's just organized chaos, or unorganized chaos we probably should say, which is a little bit frustrating at times, but it is what it is. We're here now, so let's go. First thing you got to know, guys, when you're traveling there, the pier that you'll probably go to is under construction, quite shonky, and it's a little bit difficult to get around, as I mentioned before. So just be prepared for that. Even though it's a very short trip, it's a little bit difficult, and you'll see you'll kind of climb in a speedboat, and it wasn't too many people on it, to be fair, but I can imagine they would jam a hell of a lot more in if there was more demand. You know, the speedboat over probably took about 10 minutes or so. It was decent scenery. However, the speedboat drivers, they just flog it because they go every hour on the hour and they don't really care, and you get soaked, and it's not fun because you got your luggage with you and stuff. And here's the first pier that we arrived to that we thought we were getting off at, and it has this like cool statue that was like a man that has boobs, which was interesting. So as we went to get off at this pier, which is like the main Koh Samet pier, we were told to stay on the boat. We're the only ones. So I'm thinking we're going to another pier, so hopefully that means we get another, I don't know, good service or something like that. But we're the only ones on board with some special wristband, so I have no idea what that means. So let's see, I'll update you as we go. It's kind of cool pier. They've got like it's like a man with big boobs at the end, like welcoming you. That's the thing about being in Thailand, nothing's ever straightforward. So you never know what you're gonna get, which is, you can either hate it and get pissed off at it, or you can roll with it and love it. I choose to love it, and that's why I keep driving here. Don't let the small things piss me off. I understand that nothing's ever gonna be as what I thought it seems. Sometimes things are better, sometimes things are worse. You gotta take the good with the bad. It's a mixed bag. I hope you guys can hear me right now, but yeah, hopefully there's some good Thailand advice for all you foreigners out there. The foreigners that last the longest are the ones that understand that nothing makes sense to them. Looks like we're taking over to like a little rubber dinghy pier, so let's see how this goes. I don't know how far our resort is from here. Very excited. On one of these thingies where it's like, don't fall in. So we were staying at Samed Cabana Resort, which was a really, really nice resort, but we didn't realize it was a national park, as you can see in the sign there. So when you arrive off the boat, you're automatically, taken to by a guy, and he says, you, foreigner, you have to pay 200 baht, and Thai person have to pay 40 baht. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't have cash, can I pay scan? Cannot. And it's like, oh, okay. So we had to figure that one out. But anyway, we got through that, and I was fine with that. And then they took our bags. You can see the guy, he actually carries your bags along the beach to the resort, which was quite a nice touch. I really liked that. And they worked hard and things like that. So that was really cool. And then we went to check in at reception, and some guy escorted us to the room, which was like a little hut bungalow on the beach, as you can see, which had it's really nice. You wake up in the morning, you walk out, you got this amazing sea view, and it's a small room, but it's a cozy room, and it's enough and what you need. And there's
the view that, you know, I had from the room when I woke up in the morning. But again, I'm not someone who stays in the room the whole time when I go away. I like to explore, as you'll see more in this video. But the bed was comfortable, staff was really attentive, really helpful, and you wake up to a nice view every morning, like I said, so no complaints there whatsoever. And then we went down the beach, got some food, a Coke Zero and a coconut. I had garlic chicken and rice.
So I ate, and then, you know, I actually just woke up. I literally put my head on the bed before. I can't even think properly, I'm still groggy. And then I fell asleep for like 1 hour, and I woke up and I was like, what the hell? I haven't napped like that in like over a year. It's because like I have so much going on with the work that I do that I always, even when I put my head down, if I'm so tired to have a nap, I just automatically wake straight back up because I think I've got to do something or I've missed something or something like that. Especially around showtime. It's not around showtime, but since the last show, it's just been like that the whole time. And whoa, it must be really relaxed, and I must have needed that because I never nap. Now I feel great. So now I'm going to do a little bit of exploring. So let's see what's about. Post-nap medicine. Beach and coffee.
After that amazing wake-up coffee, it was time to do some exploring. Like I said before, I don't like to stay in hotel rooms and resorts and not do any exploring. Exploring is my #1 thing when I go away, so I like to see as many things as I can as soon as I touch down. Can't believe I had a nap, that was crazy, but oh, I felt good after it. And so here's just driving around the Samed Island. It kind of looks like this. It's kind of like a one-way road that just has the taxis. But one thing that was a little bit inconvenient is there's so many speed bumps, which I found interesting. And they're like big-ass speed bumps that cars will struggle to get over, as you can see. I fast-forwarded it here, and then I slow down when I get to the speed bumps in the video so you can see it. And that's over the whole island, so you can't actually pick up any speed whatsoever. But some of the views when traveling around the island were pretty stunning, I have to say. And we arrived at this beach up north called Ao Noi Na Beach, which was quiet, not really anyone there. The water was calm, there was piers, white sandy beaches, no complaints. And then we decided to go to one of the most popular beaches, which is called Sai Kiao Beach, I believe it's called, which basically has all the activities that sort of goes on the island, and beach clubs and restaurants on the beach and sorts of other bits, which I'll show you in a moment. I won't give away too much because I want to keep you guys watching. But Sai Kiao Beach was like the main beach with all the activities on the island and the shopping and all that sort of stuff. Even though it's a small island, it still had some really good amenities to show. And the restaurant's food was really good. I really enjoyed that as well. You know, when we went here, we went to a restaurant and I had this beef with rice, which was absolutely delicious. And one thing I noticed is there's a lot of dogs that like to nap. A lot of sleeping dogs just in random spots, which I've really noticed. I was like, why are there so many sleeping dogs? Here I am just answering messages for work, as always.
You know, I just had a big ego boost. I was sitting having, like, let's say dinner, and I had like this beef and rice with Thai basil leaves. It was amazing. Right on the beach, as you can see. And this guy walks up to me and goes, "Excuse me, man, do you mind if I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, bro, what's up?" And he's like, "Do you know where the nearest gym is?" And I was like, "To be honest, man, I scheduled 2 rest days here, so I'm not really going to go to the gym. So I haven't even looked, to be honest." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "But you could Google it." He was like, "Yeah, I tried to do that, but I couldn't find any. But I asked you because you look like you lift." And I was like, "Oh yeah, ego boost."
on the same beach where we were just at, we spent a little bit more time there because we were told that there's going to be a fire show which happens every night. Unfortunately, they usually do it in the ocean, which is in front of them, behind the crowd, but the waves were so far up that they couldn't, so they had to perform it on a stage from a restaurant. But they were really good. There was like 5 of them doing all sorts of wild things, and so that was kind of cool to watch, but we got covered in gasoline, so we couldn't sit too much longer here where we were staying. We sort of went back a little bit further, but that was really cool to see that. And then I had someone who recognized me and asked for a picture. That was always nice. You know one thing, guys, good morning. I'm sorry, I'm an absolute mess this morning after just literally waking up, looking at my view, and then gonna go straight in the ocean to try and sort of wake myself up and get the salt water on my body. I absolutely love doing that. But, you know, it's interesting with Koh Samet, right? I've spent a lot of time in Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, Phi Phi, like islands down the south, Koh Yao Yai, Koh Yao Noi. And I was interested to see how islands in the central Thailand compared to the south add up. I haven't been up north, so I can't comment on that. But I was interested to see like how the beaches would stack up compared to the beautiful islands of the south. And I have to say, you know, Koh Samet is really nice, but my standards of islands are so high because I think the islands in the south are probably the best that you can get in Thailand. So, you know, one good thing I really like about the beaches in Koh Samet is the sand. The colour of the sand is really white, whereas the beaches in the south, the colour of the sand is more like yellow, which is, you know, nice white sandy beaches is good. However, the water is much clearer in the South Islands than obviously Koh Samet. I'm interested to go a bit further and go to Koh Chang and what else is there? Koh Kud is one that I really want to go to. So now I'm gonna have a bit of a wash off and get myself wet before I go and eat, I don't know, maybe 10 eggs for breakfast. And what I'll do as well, guys, is I'll just reiterate a bit on my last comment about the South Islands versus the Central Islands in Thailand. Now, obviously I moved to Pattaya like 4 or 5 months ago from after living in Phuket for about 5 years. And me, oh, you gotta go to Koh Lan, you gotta go to Koh Lan, it's amazing, which is just an island, literally 10-minute boat ride just off Pattaya. You know, they say, oh, the Pattaya beaches are dirty, everyone knows that, you don't swim there. I tried once, I'll never do it again, the water's brown anyway. Those of you probably already know that. But I went to Koh Lan, and to be honest, it's an alright island, but I was actually a bit like, it's not as good as what everyone made it out to be, and that's because, you know, the standard of islands in the south is just unbelievably magical. Koh Tao is one that I've never been to, and I really want to go and do diving and snorkeling there. That'd be incredible. But the other islands I've been to are just phenomenal. Whereas Koh Lan I found a bit disappointing. Everyone's like, oh, don't worry, the beaches in Koh Lan are amazing. I went there, I really wasn't amazed by it, to be honest. Nice little island, good little cafes, nice little vibe, good little easy getaway just off the base of Pattaya. But, you know, it was, beaches wise, it actually wasn't even that nice. It wasn't even that clean. So, yeah, it's just interesting how people's perceptions come together to make another conclusion, like my own, you know. So, yeah, hopefully you guys found that interesting and gives you a bit of an insight as to where I'm at and what I'm doing. They bury themselves in the sand. Then it was time for breakfast on the beach at Samed Cabana Resort. Now, the breakfast was good. I'm not going to say, oh, the breakfast was amazing. It was decent, you know, and I'm pretty basic when it comes to nutrition. So I just had my normal breakfast, which is 5 whole eggs and 5 whites. That's literally all I ate, and then my coffee. So, but the food itself was good. You know, I had a look at it, and, you know, no complaints there with the breakfast whatsoever. And obviously that's included in the hotel from, I don't know, normal time, 7 till 10:30 or something like that. And then it was time for a lovely coconut on the beach with a lovely coffee on the beach. You can't mix that you can't go wrong, sorry, what I was going to say, with that combo. Coconut and coffee on the beach, it's pretty damn good. And then I wanted to sit back and just relax for a moment, listen to the waves, listen to the ocean while I lie down, bathe in the caffeine I just had. And now it's time to do some more exploring. So I looked up where's the best coffee in Koh Samet, and we found this cafe. I think it was called like Chocolate Brown Cafe, and it was super nice, and people go there to take pictures and all sorts of stuff. So we went in there, and it was super, super picturesque, super green, and nice place, nice coffee, good vibe. So strongly recommend for anyone that comes to Koh Samet to check out this little cafe. Nice coffee, nice cakes, and there's a little upstairs sort of dining area per se. Before we went and did some more exploring, and this was Prow Beach, which is pretty well known for its snorkeling. We didn't obviously do any snorkeling. It wasn't like the tide was so far out, and you know, it was just like really windy and stuff like that. The weather wasn't amazing, but you know, I always wanted to just do some exploring over the island as we always do when I go away, like I said before. So this was Prow Beach. You can see, looking at the map, the island is quite small. Oh yeah, this was what we were going to go for sunset, but we didn't get a sunset. And then we went back to the room. I love when hotels do that. They're so artsy with their towels, and they seem to do it so effortlessly in Thailand. It's great. And then, great idea, massage on the beach. This was incredible. The girl I had was amazing, but she had to leave halfway through to pick up her son from school, who replaced me with a woman who had no power. So the first half was good, but the second half wasn't. This was the motorbike I hired for 400 baht a day. And we went to go to this restaurant because I was going to have a pizza. And apparently this is the best pizza in Thailand. But we got there and the pizza guy was having a nap. He wasn't there or something like that. And I didn't want to wait and all that sort of stuff. So then, we just decided to eat something else and check out this beach. I forgot what it was called, but you saw the restaurant name Reef. But this was a really nice place. Like if I could come back, I'd probably spend some more time here just chilling out at the beach and stuff like that. And here's me just being a big kid with some like Pirates of the Caribbean pirate ship bamboo swing thing, which I probably almost broke. And it was time to do some more exploring. Went to another sunset viewpoint, but again, there wasn't much of a sunset because it was so cloudy. But it's nice to always check out the views, and there was some cute street dogs that were there that were quite welcoming and friendly. Dogs are interesting, you know. If dogs smell fear, they attack. If they see that you're confident, they like you. You know, they can smell fear. And so I say, if you're ever scared of dogs, you just got to beat your fear, because as soon as they smell fear, they attack. So here's us just having a look around at the viewpoint where the sunset would be. We didn't have a sunset, as you can see, because the weather was quite grey and cloudy, but it was still nice to check out, you know, check out some scenery and look at the ocean. That never gets old. It's always beautiful when you're looking at the ocean. I absolutely love it. Hence why I got a sea view apartment, so I can look at it every single day and never ever get bored of it. But this was a sunset viewpoint in Koh Samet, which was really beautiful, to be honest. You can see in the background there's a bit of rain over the mountains there.
So guys, Koh Samet it's quite a nice place, but like I said previously in the video, because I've probably been a bit blessed going to so many fantastic islands in the south of Thailand, it kind of doesn't go in those sort of realms to that. Like if I was going to say that the South Islands, like at Koh Phangan, was like a 10 out of 10, for example, I don't say it's 10 out of 10, but if I did, Koh Samet would rank it about a 7, I believe. And it's just because like it's clean and it's really white sandy beaches. The water isn't as clean as the South Islands, but it's still like pretty clean, pretty good. It's very quiet, as you can see at the beginning of this video. It's 9 a.m. in the morning and there's literally no one about, which is nice. And it's very accessible, especially for people that stay around Bangkok, Pattaya area. It's about a 3-hour drive south of Bangkok towards Pattaya and on, and then 1 hour drive from Pattaya to get to Rayong. And then from Rayong, the pier, it's like a 10-minute speedboat ride to get here, and it's yeah, the service is good. There's a lot of Chinese people, actually, loads of Chinese people, which, I mean, I don't care. I'm just giving you guys an open review of what's what. Not a lot of Westerners, but it's a very hot spot for Thai people to get away as well, which I think is pretty cool. So it's mostly filled up with Chinese and Thai tourists that are sort of getting away, because it's like nice, easy and accessible place for those people to get away and get to, especially those that, you know, reside in Bangkok, which is a pretty busy city life, and want to get to a nice island. But I've had a really good time, and we're about to head back on the speedboat to Rayong and then drive back to Pattaya. 2 nights, I'd say. All in all, two nights is probably perfect. You know, you could stretch it to 3 nights if you wanted a little bit of more of a break, but it is quite a small island, and you can sort of get from top to bottom within like probably 25 minutes on a scooter. And yeah, so it is a national park, so do prepare to pay national park fees. As I said in the beginning of the video, Phalangs pay 200 baht, Thais pay 40 baht. I actually think that's a really good thing, to be honest. You know, you see a lot of Westerners and foreigners get on their high horse about it and say like, oh, that's bullshit, why do foreigners have to pay 200 baht? Well, to be honest, I think every country should do that. I think it's good. Look after your own people, and, you know, at the same time as well, you got to think of a normal Thai person's wage versus a normal Westerner's wage is totally different. And so, you know, there's that, but also it's looking after their own people. I think that's great. So again, a lot of people get on their high horse about, oh, it's bullshit, blah 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 blah. Well, you know, if you actually properly think about it, I think it's more than fair, to be honest. So yeah, it's just started spitting a little bit in Koh Samet. There's a little bit of drizzle, but it's not unbearable. And it's been cloudy since we've been here, but it's been a nice little getaway. So until the next one, thank you guys. See you soon. Bye for now.
As I said before, guys, it's very easy and quick to get to Koh Samet, but it's not that comfortable because you've got to get the speedboat over. And like I said, the speedboat drivers don't give a shit. You got your luggage with you and you get absolutely soaked, which isn't the most comfortable thing when you either want to get there or go home. You don't want to be covered in ocean water. But hey ho, we did it. Koh Samet was great.